Hi, everyone, and welcome. It was so good to see you. And this is Astrological Tarot. My name is Michelle Marie. As you notice, my background's a little different because I'm staying in Portland, Oregon with family. And it's been an absolute blast for me this week. So I am an astrologer and I'm also a tarot reader, and I practice in both Vedic and Western astrology, just to give you a little bit about me.
And I'm Tanys Coughlan, and I'm a Reiki master, a crystal master, and a Celtic Shamanic high priestess, as well as an oracle and a channel.
I feel like you should throw Jedi Master in there somewhere.
I've heard that before.
To complete the set, you know what I mean?
Okay. There you go. She's good with a sword. So
I have a sword.
Yes, that's right. Hi, everyone. My name is Renata Zimmer of Readings by Renata. I am a psychic medium. I'm a medical intuitive. I specialize also in reading romantic compatibility. I have a lot of experience with counseling and coaching, so I kind of infuse that into my readings as well.
Yep, so we're a dream team. So bring your questions, and we're so excited that you're all here. Now, if you notice that the banner ahead of me is a little bit different, and it's because we're just taking the one tip jar. So we are accepting donations. Now, these productions, they take time, they take money, they take, accounts and advertising and things like that. So know that if you do donate, I will get a little ping and you will be put into the front of the line. You see up there at the top, it says tips get priority. So if you really, really want your question answered on the show today, and you donate, you will go to the front of the line. So that's kind of how we're revamping the show a little bit. Okay. All right. So we actually have 2 questions in the queue already. So let's go ahead and get started. Okay, our first question is from Kay. Hey, Kay, she's coming all the way over from YouTube. Hello, everyone. My question is for my spiritual gift. What is my spiritual gift so I can practice more and focus? Okay, okay.
We need these for that one.
Interesting. Okay, Kay. So the first card I got for you is the Dawn. Isn't that a beautiful card? Look at all the symbolism there. And it says, do not be discouraged. If things look dark and hopeless, the sun rises each day, revealing new possibilities and renewed hope. So what I'm getting is when things are down, you can be a hope and a light for other people. You can bring the encouragement and the positive elements necessary to get through really difficult times. Because, after every dark night of the soul, there's a beautiful dawning of a new day. So I think that's a beautiful gift to have. And notice that she's carrying these 2 beautiful flowers, and she's, she's on a rosy landscape, and there's some awakening birds in the background there. And, there are figures of gentleness and nurturing and compassion. And without them both, it would be a very dark world indeed. So I feel like the world would be very dark without you. So you're a bright light full of, hope. And, the beauty of Aurora is the goddess of the dawn, is that she brings promise. And the rainbow was also a sign of Noah, that a new day was arriving, and that despite the flood and the chaos that brought, that there was hope at the end of that, because they received the dove who had the twig from land. So I just see you as a bright light of hope for other people. Okay, let's see what Tanys has to say.
Absolutely. Hi, Kay. So what I got the card family. So I think that you play a real healing role within your family. So loving your friends and family. It says loving your friends and family is central to your life purpose. So I really think that focusing on your friends and family brings you that love that you need in order to be a healer. So this was the second one that came out, was the healer. So you have the spiritual gift of healing and a desire to share it with others. Okay. So I don't know whether you do something in traditional medicine or nursing or something like that. But I think that really it's about, for this one, I'm feeling it's more like an energy healing or bringing your intuition, because the last one I had was trust. So trust your feelings and dreams to guide you on your career path. So I think that really you're a healer in many ways. You bring your light to the world, and being that healer means stepping into, it feels like energy healing to me is what it's feeling like. So I feel like there's a piece there. And with that, the more you practice that, you're going to start to really tap into that intuitive side of you. And I'm feeling like it's going to be a combination. I'm pretty sure you're an empath or a clairsentient was the one that I'm getting. So I think that might be your strongest one. But I keep getting clairvoyance a little bit too. So sometimes we are clairvoyant and we don't actually realize it. Sometimes we just think we have a vivid imagination. So start to delve into a little bit and understanding what's imagination versus what's your messages coming in as pictures in your mind. Okay? So best of luck.
I feel like this is really funny because my second card, Tanys.
Healing, yep.
That was also my second card for UK. Okay, I feel the same way Tanys does, that you have some healing energy healing abilities within you. And I feel like it's not even necessarily something you do with deliberate thought in mind. It's just like you have this very healing touch. So when you put your hand on someone, you just automatically calm them and just kind of take the pain away. So that's what I'm getting. The first card that I got for you was this paradigm shift card. I feel like that's part of your spiritual gift, is that you're able to let's see how it's coming through for you and if there's any significant imagery here for you. So if you see here, there are in her wings, there are all these eyes. And I feel like part of your gift is being able to see things from all kinds of angles and all kinds of perspectives. Like you can take a step back and you can see things in a way that other people may not be able to. And I also feel like your kind of, this may not be more of an energetic or clairvoyant kind of a thing, but I think it goes in line with it. But you have patience and understanding, and that's part of like the gift that you give to others, is that you give them space. Essentially, that's what this is about, is you hold space for others. You know, and that's why you're able to serve others as well as you do. KK?
That's awesome, Renata. That's
Awesome.
on point today. And I love that you both got
Great.
healing. All right,
Yeah,
well, we hope
that's
that
great.
was
Well,
helpful.
second
And Kay said, I'm a Leo and I'm very much about my family and children. So straight on, Tanys. That's great. And we actually have someone asking, sorry, Jennifer, I didn't mean to skip you. Okay, this is from Jennifer Kennedy. Thank you for sharing your gifts. Can I ask what the next week will look like for me? Okay, so while the gals were talking, I did pull a couple of cards for you, Jennifer. And the first card I got was Ready to Love Again. Okay.
Ooh, tanzanite,
So
beautiful.
A tanzanite is an amazing stone. And this and actually a friend of ours, Deanne, just got a wedding ring, an engagement ring made of tanzanite. So it's just perfect.
Oh, is that what that was? Okay, I was
Yes.
wondering what stone that was.
Yeah, I know. So this card signifies that your heart has been healed from grief over loss, for you to allow another relationship to enter your life. And you've been understandably guarded. And you're worried of being hurt again. So you took the necessary time for healing. And now you're ready to love again. So that door is opening for you. Okay, Jennifer? And then what I got on the 11th house was, this is the house of your tribe. Okay? These are the people that you form friendships with. They're the family that you choose. Okay? So what I'm getting is over the next week, hanging out with like-minded people and focusing on getting together and kind of strategizing your week, just your next year. Is what I'm getting. You have some stuff coming up in the next year that's going to require the support of your tribe. That's what I'm getting. And that if you do allow a new relationship into your life, no matter what form that comes in, they can offer you the support, the healing, and the insight needed to not only maintain healthy boundaries, but make this a real success. So I'm excited for you. That's pretty great. So, yeah, so it literally says your circle of friends. So whoever that is in your life, reach out to them, reach out to your associations, and they can really help you open the doors of your heart and your intuition moving forward. Okay.
Mm-hmm. I would concur. So my first one is Aurora.
I just
And
pulled her.
she says, you are flying high right now. My camera doesn't seem to want to focus in on that. You are flying high right now, which may threaten others, but don't descend because others will soon become inspired by your example. So I would say definitely your vibration is getting higher and higher. And so your soul tribe is where you're going to focus on calling them in. And I think it's also the support that you're going to need is actually about manifesting your dreams. So they're going to help you with manifesting. So having your support group gives you those contacts to be able to start manifesting. Because the more the more you collaborate, the higher you can all go. Right. So don't be discouraged by stuff. You just need to, this one here says, have faith and hope, because something positive and new is on the horizon that you can't see yet. Okay. So there's lots of great stuff coming for next week. And I really think it's going to be a great year coming up for you with lots of new stuff, positive energy coming in, and collaborate. Right. I mean, I think we're kind of testament to that. We all have our own businesses and we kind of get on here and all collaborate and do stuff together. It's wonderful. It's been amazing for us. So collaborate with people. Okay.
Wonderful, Tanys. Thank you. So, of course, can't make this stuff up. The first card that I got was this Healing Temple card. And like Michelle was saying, that I totally feel like you also have, deliberately stepped into a place of healing and really kind of working on some of those issues that you have suffered from, and kind of like making a real intentional step forward in not bringing your baggage into your present. And there's something about this is the Healing Temple in the lunar light. So I feel like there's something you find very healing in the night, like very healing in looking up at the stars and the moon. And there's some significance there. And the second card, that I got was.
Oh my God!
Look at that.
Again, right in line with what Michelle was saying. So, I feel like there's definitely something opening up to you. And if you're wondering if this is a good time, it is. I also got this Gracious Receptivity card for you. I feel like Spirit's trying to tell you to just be open to whatever comes your way, even if it feels a little bit uncomfortable or a little bit foreign. Just keep an open mind. Try to be flexible and try to kind of go with the flow with what's happening. And finally, I feel like this is a time for you to reclaim. This is reclaiming your authenticity. I feel like Tanys was saying, there's going to be some changes. There are going to be some changes coming up for you, like in the next year or so. And I feel like this will be a time for you to step more into your authentic self, to connect more to who you truly are, which you've been kind of putting on the back burner. Okay, Jennifer?
Okay, great. We hope that was helpful, Jennifer, and you have an awesome week. All right. So our next question is addressed to Tanys. Hi, Tanys. My question is about my business and the success. And is it Yvonne?
Yvonne, yep.
Yvonne. Okay, I'll let you get started on this one.
Yvonne.
Yeah. Hi, Yvonne. How are you? I'm just, so I picked a couple of cards for you about that. And the first one that I got was this one here. And it's Archangel Michael. And it says, I am with you, giving you the courage to make life changes that will help you work on your life purpose. Okay, so there are some changes coming. They feel positive. But I also got this one, which is, now that you've asked the guides for help, now that you've asked the angels for help, be open to receiving divine guidance and assistance. You deserve heaven's help. Okay, so I would encourage you to step into that place of gratitude for the ones, like for the stuff that you do have, because I do feel that the angels are there to help you with it, and they're going to start to bring in more help in terms of guidance. So being able to really tap in to that intuitive side of you, because I know you do have that. So being able to tap into that and really being open to what's coming, right? So I think there's a piece there that sometimes you don't think that's what it is, or you think something should be a certain way, and that the angels are like saying, no, that's not your life purpose, right? So there may be some stuff there that that you need to just kind of rejig on how you're doing that. And I think that's part of what this the Michael card is about in terms of changes. And I picked one for life purpose because I know that that's part of what we were talking about with your job. And this one says writing. You heal, inspire, teach, and entertain with the words you write. Okay, so focus a little bit on that. And I'm feeling like it's a journaling thing for you, actually, to start with. So writing a journal about what's happening for you, and there may even be a book in there for you to write at some point that will bring healing to others. Okay, so I would tap into that kind of thing. All right, and just have faith. The guides are there to help you. The angels are there. They're coming through, and just be open to receive, please. Okay, awesome. Thank you.
Oh, Tanys, that was amazing because it goes in complete alignment with the cards that I got.
Okay.
So I got Kyanite for your first card, okay, Yvonne? And it literally says, make time for self-care. I'm getting that you are a bit of a workaholic and you like to do things, you like to overdo things. Let's just put it that way. So this taking care of yourself is essential right now. I mean, this isn't an optional thing. This is an essential thing for you. And so I asked, what is it about Yvonne's personality that kind of like drives them? I got Aries.
Oh my.
Yes. And Aries are very, very, very in need of self-care. They are the pioneers of the zodiac. They love to get things done. And this is a great card for business, especially if you're just getting a business started, because you have got a lot of fire underneath you. Okay. So it's your desires, it's excitement, it's your willpower. I mean, everything is behind this project right now. You've got a full tank of gas, okay? So what Spirit is asking you to do is preserve your energy. So I asked, how does he preserve that fire? And I got Sagittarius, the healer, the teacher, the guru, okay? What that represents is you take the fire of Aries, which is a cardinal sign. I mean, it's just out there roaring, ready to go, and you make it more mutable. You work with your guides to give you help. You accept help from other people so that you don't experience burnout, okay? Mm-hmm. Because you have a full tank of gas right now, but you don't want to waste it all in the first few months of your project and then run out of steam, okay? It literally says the wisdom of, the understanding of, and the insights to understand. So what it does is it takes the fire and it turns it into a laser pointer so that you can get very specific things done throughout the day towards your goals and towards your projects, instead of starting a fire in the middle of the living room and, you know, just gun-ho going about your day with all this energy. Okay, so that's I don't know why I have that image of you.
No fires in the living room, Yvonne.
No fires in the living room, Yvonne. But I just had this image of like just this incredibly fiery individual. And I think that is how you feel about this project. You were very passionate about it. Okay. This is it lights a fire inside of you. So what your guides are asking you to do is to take that energy and create insights that you can follow in little steps along the way so that you can eke out the fire in bursts rather than all at once. Okay. I hope that was helpful.
He had a little follow-up question as well about his ex. So if I can just add, I just picked a card on that. So it's pay attention to the red flags.
Ooh.
The signs are cautioning you. Okay. So it's probably not what you want to hear, but just pay attention to the red flags. Okay. Thank you.
Okay.
Interesting. Yvonne. So it's interesting because right along with what the ladies were saying, I mean, my cards were very much like what you guys picked. The first one that I got for you was the Angel Gate. And the significance here for you is the cleansing. So you need to kind of cleanse yourself going forward of all of the stuff that's been weighing you down, because you've been feeling a little bit weighty and it's been keeping you from moving forward. Okay, I do feel like you have the angels on your side, connected to you, but you've just got to free yourself of that excess weight. I also got, these two came out together, but Michelle, I mean, talk about, I got this self-care and merriment card. So this is Spirit reminding you to not to forget to take care of yourself, which you often do, and also to step into your joy more, you know, into that childlike, innocent joy. Because you're so used to worrying and taking care of things. And again, talk about being in alignment. Michelle, when you were talking about being that fiery sun, what drives you? So you have, I pulled this transcendence card, because you are such a hard worker, and you're very, I feel like you're very like, you set a goal and then you just go after it no matter what. But sometimes you end up sacrificing yourself, whether it's your health, whether it's your mental state, you know, you end up missing out on things that are important for you and to you. So this is Spirit just reminding you to be more mindful of that and think about yourself. Think about what really feels good. And I also got this Earth card for you to connect back into nature. Okay, grounding, being around trees, that's a big one for you. And also I feel like this is, like if you're looking for a mutable sign, right? Like earth signs. So this is about, I mean, I'm a mutable sign, I believe, right? Virgos are mutable. Yeah. Michelle. Are Virgos mutable?
So you have, let's see, it would be Gemini, Virgo. It's hard. Yeah. No, Gemini would be the mutable one.
Oh, okay. But Earth, I think this, the significance here for you is that you're just grounding yourself, because you're so fiery and you're ready to take off at any moment. Grounding yourself, finding your roots, connecting to the earth. That is what's highly recommended for you. Okay, Vaughn? I don't know. I haven't pulled a relationship card for you, but just intuitively speaking, I agree with Tanys. I think that, what was your question there? But I believe that, you know, Tanys said, like, look for the red flags. I think there's something off. I feel a misalignment there. Maybe difficult to admit, but that's what I'm picking up on. So I hope that was helpful, Yvonne.
And to answer your question, yes, Virgo is mutable. I always get mixed up with Gemini and air sign because they're both ruled by Mercury.
Okay, I was going to tell them, hang out with some Virgos. Hang out with some earth signs.
There you go. Actually, but like I got Gemini in my head. I'm like, why am I getting Gemini? It's because Gemini would be a really good person for you to bounce your ideas off, because you're both mutable and they're an air sign and they're going to have a completely different perspective. So anyway, okay. All right. We hope that was helpful. Now, our next question is from Candace. Hi, just going through low energy and I'm in need of inspiration and energy. Also afraid of no work. Tanys, yes.
Did we not?
Did we miss someone?
Kelly McKinney.
I have Candace is next.
Oh, Candace is next. All right.
Yes.
I see Kelly McKinney too.
Yeah, I have Candace as the next person.
Okay, no problem.
On the stream. Okay.
I'll just keep these aside.
Oh, I see. You're higher up there. Okay.
Yes,
I'm higher. I don't want to skip anyone.
We've got a
Absolutely. Hi, Candace.
Okay, so I did pull some cards for you, Candace. Okay, and the first one I picked was the critic. You were being way too overcritical of yourself. Okay, that's what's contributing to your low energy. Constructive criticism, when asked for, is a gift between friends, but not perfectionism. Okay, overanalysis, pickiness, and they just do more harm than good. So I feel like you're overanalyzing your situation, and there's a little voice in there that's going, "You're not successful. You're not enough. You need to do more. And it's causing this fear response inside of you. Okay, it zaps your energy, it zaps your creativity. And what I want you to do is I want you to sit down just for a little bit with your inner child. And I want you to figure out who was criticizing you, because that's where the voice is coming from. It could have been a parent, it could have been a bully, or it could have been a father figure, but I'm getting that the voice is not yours. Okay, this is something that you picked up as a kid. And you notice that the woman in the card, she's got like a haughty gaze, and she's kind of turned away a little bit. So that's the energy I get from this person. It's like they took all of their insecurities and they put it on you, and it's affecting your ability to really creatively move forward and feel self-assured. So then I went to the karma cards and I got the sun card. So this is really affecting your self-confidence. So what Spirit is asking you to do is don't be afraid of the spotlight. Okay, you have all the inspiration and the energy you need to move forward. You just need to shut that voice up and put it in its place. Okay, because it is blocking you from being able to work and collaborate successfully moving forward. Okay, so don't let them steal your light. It's beautiful. You need to show it to the world, but do a little bit. You could maybe journal a little bit, sit down with that inner child, that younger self, and try to figure out where this voice is coming from, and then do some mental exercises to silence it. What I like to do is when I get a negative voice coming into my head, I start doing a mantra, and the mantra overrides the thought, and it stops it from manifesting into a spiral of negative thoughts and bad feelings. Okay, so that's what I would recommend for you, and I know Tanys has a lot to add to that.
Hope everything's good. So we're friends. So
Oh, okay.
The first one I have for you is have faith and hope, because there's something positive and new on the horizon that you can't see. So it's this one, crystal, and work with your crystals, please. All right. That's the other thing I'm getting with that. And it's all about new beginnings for you. All of these cards have a new beginning feel to them. So this one here was the next one. It's a good time to give birth to new ideas and situations in your life. I'm watching over you, guiding you, and protecting you during these changes. Okay, so know that the guides are there helping you. And the other one is I'm bringing forth new and dynamic energy into the world. So giving birth, again, is like a, no, you're not going to have another child. It's about giving birth to new energies in terms of bringing new ideas. So for you, I think it's very much, there's going to be some big creative inspiration coming in for you. And so really tapping into that. And what I'm hearing is that it's something to do with your teaching. So there's something coming forward with your teaching, being online, doing that kind of thing with what you're doing. And know that you have been planting seeds. Okay, so that is what is happening. You have been planting seeds. So the fear, seeds grow into beautiful growth, personal growth, and I feel also professional growth in this sense as well. So it says seeds of grace are being planted in the fertile soil of my soul. So that's really, that's partially about you doing your spiritual growth. And so like what Michelle was saying about, really doing that sort of inner child work and stuff would be a great idea. A good way to do some more work on that, using that Ho'oponopono. We've talked about that before. And just getting rid of some of that it's head clutter is what I'm feeling, like getting rid of the head clutter, because there's that beautiful, big, bright light that you just want to shine. Okay. So please, hopefully that's helpful. And yeah, shut off those voices. You don't need them.
That was beautiful, Tanys.
Thanks.
Yeah, so interestingly enough, this is the first card that I got, and I so feel like this is in line with what Michelle was talking about, getting in touch with your inner child. This is very representative. And you're being called to kind of put away your worries about the future, put away the baggage of the past, and just immerse yourself in the present. The second one I got for you was this mountain lights card. And I feel like this is about connecting to higher beings, light beings, and just kind of, it's almost like you've been so rooted in the practical, and now you need to shift away from that. Okay, that's where you're being called. Funny enough, I also got this, and I was like, I wonder what this is about. And then Tanys was talking about it, and I got this Crystal Keys card before Tanys talked about it. So I feel like you're being called to do some work with your crystals as well. That's the significance. And if you see here on the bottom, there's a whole bunch of crystals there. And I think that it will connect you to your higher beings. Just real quick, I also feel like, I agree with you, Michelle, I feel like your throat chakra, like your voice has been stifled. You've had a block there for a long time. And so right now is the time for transformation in that department.
Beautiful butterfly for transformation.
Yeah. And finally, oops, it just flew out of my hand. But this is what Spirit really is saying is, I don't know if you guys can see, my camera is not focusing real well, but the message here, I just want you to see the image because its significance is about letting go and surrendering. The message says, letting go, allowing a higher force to take charge for a time. This is like literally directly from Spirit for you. Okay, Candace?
Yeah. And I think your intuition's going to come online a little more too. I was feeling that when she was when you guys were going through. So yeah, tapping into those light beings that we've talked about, because they've got lots to say.
Yeah, and this card here has lots of light beings kind of circling the mountain top. So you were meant to kind of go out there and be around all those light beings, and then you're going to feel a surge of energy when you do that.
Yep, definitely. That's great.
That gave me goosebumps, you guys. That was really beautiful. Oh my gosh. All right. Okay, Candace, we hope you have a beautiful week. Let's see. And Jennifer Kennedy said that was so perfect. Thank you all. And Kelly McKinney says, hi, ladies. Can I get a general reading, please? Thank you. Tanys, did you want to go first? Because I know you already pulled some cards.
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah, I can do that.
Okay.
So, Kelly, the first one I got for you is about self-care. Okay. It says, when you take excellent care of yourself, everybody benefits. Give yourself a relaxing treat today, such as a massage, sea salt bath, or a pedicure. Okay. I feel like you've been working really, really hard, and there's been a lot going on. So the self-care piece for you is really important. I think that as there's something that's been building, a change that's been coming, because I also got this one here. So Archangel Michael, I am with you, giving you the courage to make life changes that will help you work on your divine life purpose. So I do feel there's some change coming for you in the next little bit. I'm hearing like by February. So I'm just saying, just tap into your angels because they do give you a lot of support. Okay. And the self-care will help you to get through that. But you also need to know to stand firm. So just trust. Okay. Trust that they've got your back, and that you will come out of whatever this change is. You're going to come out standing on top. You see that big pile of rocks in this one with the light behind? No matter what the changes are, you're going to be great. It's going to be great. Okay. It's for your highest good, and it is going to help you with your life purpose. Okay. This says, I am noble, brave, and strong. So you are stronger than you think, and Michael is there to back you up. So whatever the change is that's coming, you don't need to worry about it. It's going to be a great change, and you're going to be really happy. Okay. But please do the self-care, because I feel like you're a little bit like tired and a bit depleted right now. So doing that self-care is going to prepare you so that you can enjoy this change that's coming. Okay.
Oh, Tanys, that was so perfect. So Kelly, the first card that I picked for you is, let's see if I can get it to focus, the Alchemist. And it says, our enchanted world provides the means for transforming the leaden aspects of our personality of daily life into a golden experience available for all. So what Spirit is asking you to do is to take those things that are weighing you down, the more leaden aspects, transmute them, like kind of filter them out. Because the way that gold is created is you take ore, you melt it down, and you extract the gold. So there are still some residual energies that you need to work through just in the next week to kind of like push through to what's being revealed. Okay. There's something that you're being ensnared by that you're not really aware of, is what I'm getting. So I asked, how is this affecting her? And I got Mars. So that goes right along the line of that card with who's holding a flag, victory. Okay. Mars is your inner warrior. Okay. He represents your drive, your pioneering spirit. He is the force that helped you jump into this plane, which is, it takes a lot of courage to step into a plane where everything dies. Okay. I say that all the time, but it's true. So you're an incredibly courageous soul. You just need to kind of sort through those entanglements a little bit, release them, and allow yourself to shine like the gold you are, if that makes any sense. It'll help you move forward. It'll help you with your drive and your action-based mentality. Again, that sacral chakra here. Okay, that's what Mars owns. So then Tanys mentioned self-care, which I think is so important for you. But I'm getting that you're a bit of a Martian. So I got take a walk.
There we go.
You know, like that'll help you let off some steam, I feel. Like if you feel like there's maybe some triggers in your environment that you're reacting to, instead of reacting to that person or that situation or turning towards something that is maybe a negative way of handling the stress, just go for a walk in nature. Find a nice park with some trees and go for what I call a tree bath. And just, breathe in the oxygen and enjoy the outdoors. Okay. So I feel like a walk is very necessary for your self-care and moving forward, and it'll help that inner Martian stay calm. Okay. I hope that was helpful, Kelly.
Hi, Kelly. Okay, so again, right along the line of what the ladies were getting, the first card I got for you is this flexibility card. I feel like Spirit is saying that whatever comes your way, try to be flexible. And I guess this is our theme, our repeating theme.
Twillow, like Twillow.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yes, I know you love this card.
I do.
But I feel it's important for you to just kind of not be so attached to whatever your preconceived ideas may be, because opportunities may be coming your way and they may not exactly look like what you thought they might, but they are still opportunities that are meant for you. I got this generosity card for you, but I think this is about you being generous with yourself. Like the ladies were saying, the self-care part. This is about you loving yourself. This is about you expressing love toward yourself. If you notice the image here, she's, really enjoying herself, and she has like a bouquet of flowers, and, just sort of really taking joy in the small things. But again, connecting to nature and taking time out for yourself, I think, is very, very important for you. Don't forget about yourself. That's another repeating theme. It's funny, Michelle, because I got this willing entanglement card. I feel like you're in a situation where you are, it's almost like a codependency kind of a thing. I don't know if this, if you were actually involved with someone in that, and it doesn't have to be a romantic thing at all. It can be like a parent or a family member or, even a friend. But it feels like you're in a situation where you are, it's a little bit unhealthy, maybe, and you're a little bit, it would be good for you to take a step back and just sort of reassess, is this serving you? So I feel like that is kind of significant. And then finally, it's interesting because, so you have a connection to nature. I feel like you would do well to kind of do some self-care in nature. But I also got this card. It says our ancient future, and I feel like it's almost like you have some spiritual gifts, and it feels like you're almost like a bridge between because the way that we perceive time isn't actually the way time happens, but it feels like the past and the future. You're kind of like a bridge between those two, if that makes sense. And you have a connection to water too. I feel like there's some kind of Lemurian connection there as well. So take time out for yourself and do both, earth and water, because I feel like those are both significant for you. Okay, Kelly?
Absolutely fabulous. We hope you have an awesome week, Kelly. And I love how all of our cards just tend to like create this beautiful story.
Mm-hmm. Awesome.
Tanys was the one who recommended we all get together, and it could not have gone better. Tanys, you're amazing.
Oh, thank you. It's really them. I can't take the credit, right? The guides are like, you need to do this. So
and we love doing this. We love doing this for you guys. It really feeds our souls.
Absolutely.
Yes, It's such an honor. So speaking of an honor, Karen is with us today. Karen.
Hi,
Says, hi, ladies. Can you pull cards for my husband's work? He is having turnover of staff lately. So while they were going, I did pull some cards for you, Karen. It's so good to see you. And the first card I got was the Dreamer from the Wild Goddess Oracle. Okay. And what I'm getting from this is not necessarily like going to sleep and listening to your dreams like I do in most cards. What I'm getting is he has a dream or a vision of what his practice is supposed to look like. And it's not really jiving with the vision. There's a separation between the reality of the business and what he wants the business to be. Okay, so he has got to find a way to marry those two principles without setting unrealistic expectations for himself moving forward. Okay, so then I got the fourth house. Now, the fourth house represents the family and the home. And what I'm getting from this is that he treats his employees like family members. And that's a really beautiful thing, but they're employees. So there needs to be a bit of separation there. It's wonderful that he can come home and just be the best dad and best husband and, be that rock that you need throughout the day and for your kids. But he needs to separate that from the work situation because employees, they are different than the home. So don't bring your home to work. Separate the two. Okay. And then I got the Justice card. And this tells me that there is a need for balance in the workplace. Okay. Like I said, that the fourth house is opposite from the 10th house here in the karma cards. Okay. And so the 10th house is career. So he needs to be an advocate for himself as a boss. He needs to act like the, he's a really fair guy because this, you see the scales here, they represent Libra. There's, he's very balanced, he's very fair, but there's also a sword here. And he needs to practice using that a little more often, okay, when it comes to dealing with employees. I'm not saying that he should be a jerk because Libra is all about finding balance. It's all about judging employees and their performance fairly. So I feel like once he starts to set those boundaries with his employees and he treats them a little less like family and more like a boss work-based relationship, he's going to clear up some of those hurdles that he's getting from the high turnover. Mm-hmm. So I hope that helps. And I know the gals have a lot more to contribute.
Okay. So the first one, my cards kind of go with Michelle's. So it's a standing firm. Okay, so that's kind of like the Justice one in a way. It's like, I am noble, brave, and strong. And, he's got to be the king of his castle kind of thing when it comes to that. Okay, but you see the light around him. So he can do it, but he can do it with light. So he can do it with light and compassion. Okay, so boundaries does not mean, being that mean boss. Boundaries means this is the expectation. And I hope that we can work towards this and that I support you as your boss. I can offer resources to bring that forward for you. What are your goals? These are what my goals are for the business. So how can we work together to get those goals? So that's what I have that's what's coming through for this card. The next one is rising above. So if he can do that, he's going to rise above. You see all the light there? These are lotus. This is a lotus, of course, it's in the mud. So he may be in the mud right now, but it's going to pass, okay? He will end up rising above that. Again, look at all the light around her. So she's really, she's asking for divine guidance in this card. So it would be really for him to be open to opportunity that comes in for him. Okay, so I think that I'm actually getting that there's this awesome employee that's just around the corner who's going to be coming in to apply. Interesting. Okay,
Ooh.
I haven't gotten that specific before, so that's kind of cool. But there is one that probably still needs to go. So renewing your life, getting rid of clutter. Radiant vitality is filling my life. Okay, so I would just switch the focus on how you're looking at all this turnover, and I would be looking at it as like bringing in fresh energy. Yes, there's a slight expense, but I think with these other cards, with the rising above, I really think that the expense is going to be worth the changeover. And this one, I just see this beautiful smiley face that's like beautiful, lots of light coming in. So this is this new employee. I don't know who she is, but you've got this beautiful light that's going to come and help support that office. And I'm seeing someone like running around, like just doing a whole bunch of different things. So whoever she is, she's like really efficient and full of light, and she's just going to bring a lot of beautiful light to the office. So, so just have faith. I think it's going to work out. Sometimes people aren't where they need to be, and there needs to be a change. And so sometimes that's what happens, is you get some turnover. So it's not always a bad thing. Okay. Thanks.
Beautiful, Tanys. Hi, Karen. Okay, so I pulled some cards for you. Again, kind of right in line, surprise, surprise, with what the ladies had. But so the first card I pulled for your husband is the expression card. I feel like he's had a tough time with this. This is about, but expressing, like they said, expressing himself with grace. And I feel like it's almost like he gets into a little bit of a passive aggressive space because he lets things build up because when there is an issue, he feels bad and he doesn't want to speak up and he doesn't want to say anything, but then it ends up building up, and sometimes it comes out in an unintended way. So this is about him expressing himself, but he can if he does it when things start coming up and not allowing it to build up, he'll have a lot more kind of control over how he comes across. And so he can be a boss and he can say, hey, I'm having an issue with this, or I need you to step up in this way. But he can say it with grace. It doesn't have to be insulting or demeaning. And, in a way, like I would invite him to look at it from a different perspective. He's helping these individuals grow. He's helping these his employees grow when he's giving them feedback and he's calling them to step up. He's actually, helping them. It's not really necessarily a negative thing. Like my supervisor was giving me feedback about something, and I could have taken it a weird, but I was like, you know what, you're right. Yeah, you're absolutely right. That feedback is very helpful. So just ask him if he could kind of shift his perspective on what his job is as an employer. I feel like it's time to make some different choices. Like the ladies were saying, it's time to, because, let me see here. I feel like he does need to, I got this watch and listen carefully card. Mm-hmm. I feel like he needs to take a step back and just be more objective because he's letting his heart, like normally I would not recommend moving away from your heart, but as an employer, sometimes he can be a bleeding heart and he can move in a direction that is perhaps intuitive for him, but not the best way to go for a business. So he needs to kind of take a step back and just think of it more, this is a professional atmosphere and a professional environment, like Michelle was saying, and Tanys was saying, this is a different kind of an approach. It requires a different kind of an approach, And I also got this power card, and I feel like he's really been afraid to step into his power. He's been hesitant to do it. But if he kind of crosses that very uncomfortable threshold for him, this is the card that I got, and I think you're going to like this. And this is kind of like what the ladies were talking about with all these lights and stuff. If he crosses that threshold and he gets out of his own way, he steps into his power, this is what he gets. Endless opportunities. Okay? So he can really make his dreams truly come true. I feel like, this situation doesn't feel completely ideal to me, and there do need to be some changes and some shifts in order for him to move in the direction he actually really wants to be in. So he's got to, maybe like Tanys, I think you were recommending journaling. I think this might be a good time for him to journal as well, just to sort of feel out what he actually truly wants, and then give himself permission to move in that direction. Okay, Karen?
Oh, thanks so much for joining us, Karen. It's so good to see you. And I know that your husband is a Capricorn, so he has the business sense. He just needs to enforce it, like Tanys said, and Renata reiterated. So we hope that was helpful. We did get a tip. So as everyone knows here, tips get priority. Marshall Shields, aka Taka, go ahead and ask your question. Otherwise, we will do a general reading for you, okay? So ask your question. I'm just going to give you a second to do that. I did pull some cards for you. And we will go ahead and answer that. We could also, ladies, we could also answer another question while we're waiting for Taka if you do not answer, okay? But know that you did tip and we will answer your question during the show, okay?
Karen, did you guys see what Karen just said?
Oh, what'd she say?
I may be going in to help, so maybe I'm the awesome employee.
Oh my gosh, that would be a
That's perfect.
I know, wouldn't it? Oh my goodness.
Karen, I feel like you and your husband, you have a very good balance, like a work balance thing energetically. I feel like you would compliment him in a lot of ways. You kind of would push him where he needs to be pushed. And I just feel like you balance each other out in that way. So I think that would be a good move.
Mm-hmm.
I agree. I mean, I work with my husband, and there are a few things you got to kind of, maybe that's why I got the home card. Like bring in your, oh my gosh, that's brilliant, Renata, because I got the home card for work.
That's right.
So,
yeah.
And who's at home? Karen. So bringing family into the business, because that's the house of family.
That makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
And
so
that way he can make both business and family kind of, because he's just a very heart-centered guy. So it's hard for him to separate those two things. Mm-hmm. So maybe that's the way for him to go.
Yeah,
very cool.
Maybe it is. Okay, so I'm still waiting for Marshall. We're just going to go ahead and
Kylie?
Answer your...
Yeah, let's do one. Let's do one.
Let's do Kylie and we'll give them a bit of time.
Okay, and Rachel said that she's also getting ready to tip too. So do you want to do Rachel because she's second in line for tips?
Sure.
Okay. Yeah, we're getting used to this new format, so we appreciate you guys for being
patient
with us. Can you pull some cards for me regarding staying in the Army? Other cards pulled were for exits. So curious about the opposite. Okay. So I pulled a couple of cards for you. Okay, Rachel. And the first card I pulled was the Sage. Okay. Look at your situation with a mature, experienced viewpoint of a wise person. Okay. Examine assumptions about the aging process, mastery, etc. So I know that in the military, there's a ranking process. So maybe talking to someone that has a little more years in the military and asking for their advice would be helpful in moving forward. Because one thing I know is the only thing that really works is pulling rank. So if you're able to maybe talk to a superior officer or someone who has a little bit more experience regarding your situation, a sage in this area, I would suggest getting in touch with them and taking their advice, because they will know how to best move forward, because they've literally been in the trenches and had to, be there too. Okay. So, counseling a wise person. And so then I asked, what is the overall situation? How is she feeling about it? What's the angst here about staying in the Army? And I got the reverse justice card. Okay, so you are feeling highly unbalanced in this situation. Okay, and you feel like there's been some miscarriage of justice that has occurred. You feel that you're being treated unfairly because it's not justified, and that the things that you want to have in place you're just not really feeling well represented. It's like you're sitting up before a court or a legal system, like in the justice system, and you are feeling you're not feeling a lot of support. Okay. So try not to let your disappointment in this process lead to any further recrimination throughout this, because I feel like it's just zapping you of your energy, and it is robbing you of, your precious time, if that makes any sense. So my advice to you, because this sage does pop up.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Frozen.
She's frozen. Okay. Well, I can go ahead if you like, and we'll come back if she gets back on here. So looking deeper is the first one that I got. You're going to see it pretty small, I guess, right now with her being in the big. But I got looking deeper. So Rachel, I would encourage you to really go in that heart space to make your decision, right? So there's a lot of, so you see the crystals underneath there. So there's a lot of gems for you to discover inside. And I also think that you'll be bringing some forward. Some of those gems are going to come up for you. So in doing that, I think that igniting courage is a great way to go forward. Okay, so you see the horses jumping over the barrier there in that picture. Okay, I'm strong, valiant, and courageous. And so I did feel like with what Michelle was saying as well, is that you've been facing this barrier, right? Like in that would be like the wall that she's jumping over there. And that barrier is what's making you question whether you want to stay or go. Okay, so I think that the guides are really encouraging you to look deeper in this, to be able to make your decision. But then I also got, yes, the timing is right for a new venture. A happy outcome follows your positive expectation. Okay, now I'm not saying one way or the other, but that's what the card was that came out. So the thing is that I would encourage you to go look deeper. Okay, look deeper in to see what are those gems for you? What are your inner passions? And how can you tap into that, okay, to make your decision? But those are the cards I got. Isabella came out with yes, the timing is right for a new transition, a new venture. Okay, so hope that's helpful.
I don't know if we can switch screens or if Michelle still has control over that, but okay, I guess she does. All right, Michelle, I hope you come back soon. We miss you. Okay, Rachel. So, I mean, technically, we shouldn't really say, I feel intuitively that the army is not exactly aligned for you. And there are so many different things you've asked us about. But regarding that, I have this water card, but the thing is, it's the overflow. And sometimes it can be a positive thing, sometimes it can be a negative thing. I think for you, you have considered so many different things, you're overwhelming yourself. Okay, so you've got to put everything down and be truly vulnerable with yourself. All right, you have to be truly vulnerable with yourself and just align with what feels best in your body. You are meant to be a multi-potentialite, like we talked about before. However, in this mortal body on this plane, there are some limitations, right? We can't do everything much as we would want to. So I feel like I'm getting this oracle card for you. I feel like you're still meant to really immerse yourself much more in the spiritual work and connect to that a lot more. I feel like you have such a big heart that your work has to be centered around that. And by the way, we've talked about this before, but I got these 2 cards and I've gotten them for you before. Now, Spirit is really like your guides. Everybody's like, hello, hello. This is definitely the way for you to go. Again, the dolphin caller. This is about you working with animals. If you recall, we talked about this before. And there's another card that I got for you too, where it's more about the work with the animals. It's So again, you're getting these two cards that are telling you this is where you're meant to move into. Not the only thing you're meant to move into, but that's more of the direction. I do not feel like you're getting your soul fed with the army situation. I don't feel like it's truly aligned for you. I feel like you've gotten what you needed to get out of that. And then it's time to shift out of it. Yeah, I mean, the Return of Aphrodite card, it's really about new things coming into your life, new beginnings. Birth of the goddess, guidance, goddess energy, treating us sacred. This is about you treating yourself as sacred. Let me see. I think that's all I got for you, Rachel. I thought there was one more. And here it is. I got this returning home card, okay? Look at this energy. This is what we really are. So this is about you connecting to that energetic being, that energetic center, Rachel. Okay? This is about you tuning into that part of yourself. And yeah, that's what it feels like to me. It's actually, and these are like light beings and angels and stuff flying into that white light. So I truly feel like for you, it's more about a spiritual path. It's more about being very heart-centered. I do not feel like the army is, the direction that you need to move to or stay with. Okay, I hope that was helpful. I don't know if the ladies are still, I don't know what's going on. Yeah. We're having some issues, you guys. We're having some major issues. Tanys apparently got kicked out, and Michelle is having internet issues. So I am not exactly sure what we're going to do, but let me see here. It's sorry, just bear with us. I'm just asking. We're consulting with what to do. I can't even pull up. Let's see here. Yes, Rachel, we're going to apply to a few humane education and animal programs. Yeah, Rachel, I feel like the animal, and you may even be able to incorporate the music into your animal work too. Like I'm incorporating my musicianship into my work with the individuals that I work with as a speech language pathologist all the time, like on the daily. It's part of who you are. It's at your core, so that's not going to go anywhere. Okay, let me see what's going on here. Okay, let me see if I can to the next one. Okay, so let me see here. Maybe because they're at work. Taka, I know that you tipped, so I'm going to, I guess while the ladies are trying to work something out, I'm just going to go to you and pull some cards for you. What is your question? Why did the GM at the job not hire me? I wanted a second job. Was it a way of spirit protecting me? Was the workplace toxic or shady? If that makes sense, thank you. My ego is a bit bruised. Aw, Taka, I'm sorry to hear that. Okay, just give me a minute. I'm going to shuffle my cards. Normally I have a bit more time, so just be a little patient with me, but let's see if we can ask Spirit why that was. Interesting. Okay. The silence is kind of deafening. I'm used to hearing Michelle and Tanys in the background and stuff, and now it's so quiet I can't hear anything except for myself. Yay!
I'm on my phone. I know. I'm sorry if I'm a little, I just turned on my phone. So let me
I'm
see if I can let Tanys in here. I've never
just
used this on my
happy to
phone.
see you. Just happy to see you. Um,
There. Hi.
Yay! Woohoo!
Technical issues tonight. Yay.
Yes.
I
Okay.
love it.
We're
So,
back. It's good.
So we're
okay,
reading
Rachel.
for Taka because Taka came back and asked us a question.
Okay, let me
So
go ahead and get that up.
that was at 7:47.
Okay, I'm looking for it.
There
There
we
we
go.
go.
Mhm.
Okay,
Awesome.
so
Thanks for bearing with us, you guys.
yes. Okay, why did the GM at the job not hire me? I wanted a second job. Was it to stay in a way of spirit protecting me? Was the workplace toxic or shade? We've got a lot of that going on in this
Yeah.
crazy world. If that makes sense, thank you. My ego is a bit bruised. Yes, we've all had toxic work situations, Taka. So I'm going
Definitely.
to pass this over to Tannis. Here we
All
go.
right. So let's see
All
what they
right.
have to say.
What I got, by the way, I got there was intimidation. There was intimidation on that general manager's part. Let's see what Tannis pulls up.
Yeah.
Got my tab
Okay.
working. You want to try it?
So I got, it's a good time to give birth to new ideas and situations in your life. I'm watching over you, guiding you, and protecting you during these changes. So I would say yes, I think it is spirit protecting you. This is certainly guiding you to something new instead of the same place. But I also got that you have some new psychic and spiritual experiences, and they're changing the way that you're seeing the world. So, and just the way your question is worded, I would say that's pretty accurate. Allow your spiritual gifts to open through study, prayer, and meditation. So I would say that, yes, I think spirit was protecting you from something. I'm not sure if it's obvious at this point, but if you're bringing up the toxic thing, I would say that's probably, you should trust your spiritual guidance on that. When you bring that up, it's usually because it's your intuition talking. And so I would say, yes, that is probably the reason. So I just want to pick one more for you here. I'm feeling there's one more in here. Oh, actually 2 came in. All right. This would be just a confirmation. So hearing messages from spirit. So trusting your intuition on that. All right. Usually it says I'm a clear channel for messages from spirit. So I think that's just confirming that, your gut feeling on that was correct. Okay. And not to worry, because you are going to step into your power, coming into your power. I step into my power boldly and confidently. So that's just, reassurance. Like, your ego doesn't need to be bruised. Please try to work through that as quickly as you can, and release that, because it's not about your ego. I feel like this has definitely got there's divine intervention going on there. All right. So that's nothing that you did or didn't do, or your resume or the interview or whatever it was. I feel like it is a divine intervention, because there's lots of that spiritual message coming through there for you. Okay. So please just know you are a beautiful light, and just keep letting your light shine. All right. And when people recognize your light, that's when the magic will happen. Okay.
Oh, beautiful,
Awesome.
Tannis.
Yay.
Okay, so
Um,
I'm a little different looking here. Can you guys hear me?
yeah, you're good.
Yep.
Okay.
By the
All
way, LaDonna Jameson Adams asked us, so you take donations?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, we do.
Yes, we
Just
do.
wanted
Yes, we
to
do.
confirm.
And if you do tip, we will put you in the front of the line.
Yes.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, just so you guys know, yes, we do. Because like Michelle said, this costs money, aside from the fact that it costs us time and energy, etc. So,
Yeah.
so right in line with what the ladies were talking about, I got this first card for you. You were born with a gift, and I feel like it is a spiritual gift. I love this card, and it's so anime-like.
It is. It's cute.
Yeah, I feel like you were born with a gift for sure. So you have a very good sense of when things are awry. Like, you have a good sense. So trust your gut for sure. I feel like you're very sensitive. Okay. And again, that's just part of that natural intuitiveness that you have. Definitely, trust it. And I feel like there's almost a grounding kind of an effect that it has on you. I feel like there was a question of, with this job. Okay, so even before I was looking at my cards, the first intuitive hit that I got was that this person was somehow intimidated by you. There was something about you that triggered him. And this has nothing at all to do with you or you not being good enough. It's actually kind of the opposite. Okay, so like Tanys was saying, having an egoic response to it, you don't need to, because this person was actually intimidated by you and they didn't want to have you around. So that was kind of like one major reason why he didn't, he never got back to you, or he or she. They were intimidated by you, and they felt like having you around was going to make them feel worse about themselves. And it really has nothing to do with you per se. Like, it's not about you. It's definitely about them. It's not personal. It's just they got triggered. It's their own stuff. Okay.
Yeah.
I feel like something in this position would be infringing on your freedom. You would be limited in a way that would make you feel really uncomfortable, and it would just not feel aligned for you. Okay, so that's another reason why you didn't get this job. And there would be something about the security of this job that would feel very up in the air. So that's another reason as well. Okay, there were quite a few reasons why it was just basically best all around for you not to be working there. And definitely you will have other opportunities coming your way that are much, much better for you and much more aligned. And the final card I got for you was this harmonic flight card. This is about balance. This is about alignment. This is about you stepping more into, like, owning your spiritual gifts and incorporating them into the work that you do, because they are very much a big part of you, which you may not have acknowledged so openly. But I feel like this is really about you stepping into more of a balanced space. And so that job was not going to be it for you. Okay, definitely worked out for the best, Taka. Hope that was helpful. Can't hear you, Michelle.
Excuse the technical difficulties in the background. We're getting that worked out. The internet went down here and I'm using my phone. So what I got for you was the manifester. Okay, Marshall. And what this tells me is Renata is right on point, because what the manifester means in a reading is that you have the ability to use quantum affirmations to make the magic happen. Okay, you can make real your desired life changes. And what this also tells me is that you are able to tap into something that they might be a little afraid of, that they don't really understand in the workplace, because manifestors are rarely understood. Okay, so I'm just going to go along with Renata here and say, don't let this bruise your ego. See this person and what they're doing is a projection of their own negative inner dialogue, and don't let it affect yours, because you do have the ability to manifest amazing things, especially in the workplace. And not everyone is going to understand or appreciate the divine gift that you've been given. And the number is 12. So I don't know if that's an important number in your life, but start looking for 12 and numerology 1221 throughout the week to get signs and symbols from spirit on how to really deal with this particular situation. So thank you so much for joining us, and I hope that that was helpful.
Okay. Thanks for your patience.
Thank you. Yes. And I'm literally, okay. Let's see. So thank you. Yes, I'm going to apply. Okay, so Rachel says, thank you. Yes, I'm going to apply to a few humane education and animal programs. Tanys, remember how you pulled that animal card for Rachel?
Michelle, I don't know if you saw this because you were amidst, but the same cards that I got for her, like the dolphin collar, I don't know where those cards are now, but there was that dolphin collar card again that came through for Rachel, with spirit very strongly suggesting go in the direction of working with animals. Again, there were two cards that had dolphins in them. So again, I feel like the army is just wrong direction for her. That's not where she needs to be now. She definitely needs to be more, along the lines of working with animals. And I felt like she can incorporate some of her musical gifts there as well.
Beautiful. I completely agree. That's awesome,
Awesome.
Renata. Okay, so our next question is from Kylie Greg. And it's, may I have a card, please? My mom passed Tuesday looking for guidance. We are so sorry to hear that you lost your mother. Oh my gosh. I'm going to go ahead and have Tanys start us off. Sending love.
Yeah. Sending lots of love to you, Kylie. That's it's a rough week. Know that she is, when they cross over, it's a beautiful place that they're in, right? And they're never really gone. It's just energy, right? So just know that when they cross over, it's a beautiful experience for them. Yes, we miss them, and working through the grief of that, especially if it's a shock. Just know that she's okay. Okay, life goes on. For after death, life goes on after death, and so they're never really totally gone. Okay, so the card I picked for you, I'm leading you towards the answer to your prayers. Please listen to and follow the steps I'm communicating through your intuition, thoughts, and dreams. I'm actually seeing this. So there's an angel that's guiding your mom. Okay, she's like holding her hand, taking her up the stairs. So I'm really feeling, that's what that's coming through as. So just know that she's okay. This is certainly a reassuring card. And the other one that I got for you is that you're confused and indecisive because you don't have enough information. So do some research and seek expert advice before making a decision. So I feel like this has brought something up for you that you're struggling with in terms of making a decision. I don't know whether maybe it's around her estate or even what to do next. Do some research on that, whatever that topic is, because there's something that's come up now. Like there's a piece of you that's, yes, there's the grief, but I feel like there's this piece of you that's a bit lost as well. Like there's a big question mark is what I'm seeing in terms of what to do with this particular situation. And so they're just encouraging you to do some research on it because there's something there that's still hidden in terms of information for you. And I think that that's going to help you. But just know that you made a huge difference in her life, and just by shining your light. And you see the lips in the sky there. It's like it's like just knowing that she's there. Right? So you can talk to her too. Don't feel that you can't talk to her, and just watch for those subtle signs. Often people will see feathers or dimes or her favorite flower or her favorite sort of bird or whatever, right? Or butterfly. Those are often signs that they're letting you know they're there. I feel as though that you've been aware of her around already. If you haven't been, then you will be. She is there for you. Allow her to speak to you through your intuition too, okay? Because I think that's some of this research that you're going to do is around that. You're going to just sit quiet in meditation and allow some of that information to come in. The guides can help you with that, okay? So allow that to come in for you. All right. Again, so sorry. Sending you lots of love and light for healing. Okay.
Oh, beautiful, Tanys. Well, I know Renata is a medium, so I know she can kind of tap into the energy of your situation as well.
Hi, Kylie. I'm so sorry you're going through this, but like Tanys said, the experience, like I feel like we need to bring this out into the open, the fact that death is not this negative, big, scary thing. It is a beautiful, transformative experience, and it's really nothing to be afraid of. So just to think about the fact that your mom isn't suffering, your mom is comfortable, she's not in pain, I hope that brings you at least some comfort. So I got this timing card. I feel like there was something significant about the timing of her death that was tied into one of the important lessons that you had to learn while you're here. on this plane. There's something about it where maybe the timing of it was particularly challenging, but you were supposed to learn something from this. And I know that you're still in the process. It's still fresh. So you're still in the process of learning whatever it is that you were supposed to learn. Perhaps it was just how to rely more on yourself in certain ways. And there was something about the timing, though, that was significant here. And I'm not exactly sure what it is, but if you can maybe think about it and, feel out what that feels like. Interestingly, I got this perspective card. And this is really about taking a step back and taking a different perspective on the situation. Again, like what we're talking about, where it's not necessarily something to be looked at as a negative, as a sad. I mean, it's sad in that the person is no longer tangible in a physical sense, right? But